Hello and welcome to Everything in Between, the show that takes a deep dive into topics of interest for the millennial generation. I'm your host, Joe Steiner, and with me is my co-host, Keighn Vitti.
Keighn Vitti here, freshly shaven and looking like I'm 17 years old again.
That is true. He does look like a little baby boy with that,
all cleaned up.
What a little
That's
guy.
what my face actually looks like, for all of you who've never seen me before.
On today's show, we're talking about the Boring Company and what they're doing other than flamethrowers. Let's dive in. Alright, Keighn, so how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. To be honest with you, it's hot as usual in our studio with a crispy 10,000 Kelvin.
Yes, maybe even higher than that.
I would say that. I'd say surface of the sun, whatever that is.
Surface of the sun? Yes.
Science majors?
He's making me sweat way too much. So we're going to try and bang this one out here.
Yeah.
So today, like I mentioned 5 seconds ago for all of you watching, we're talking about the Boring Company. So you probably heard about this, right? The Boring Company.
Yes.
But you probably heard about it for a different reason than why we're talking about it today.
Yeah, heard about when Elon Musk was arming us with flamethrowers.
Exactly. So that's kind of what brought their name into the public eye. So Elon Musk, founder of SpaceX and Tesla, among other companies, also founded the Boring Company in late 2016. And this year, it all started as a gag when he was doing the flamethrower thing. So when he joked that if the company sold 50,000 hats that have the Boring Company logo on them, that they would start to sell a flamethrower. And you know our boy Elon, he stuck to his promises.
Lord and Savior Elon Musk.
Stuck to his goddamn promises. So they sold the hats, and then they started selling a flamethrower. So they only produced 20,000 units, each sold for around $500, I believe. And these
Sold out
almost
immediately.
instantly. And that gained the Boring Company almost $10 million. That's pretty crazy, eh?
That's
for
insane.
flamethrowers,
That's
for
insane.
glorified lighters.
You don't want one? I'd want one.
Oh, I'd love one.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Can't say it's a glorified lighter.
It is a glorified
machine
lighter.
of mass destruction.
It is, but it's they can have these, and you can have these in your home as long as it doesn't have a yield of over 10 feet. These things have a yield of 2 feet, so they're like legal in the state of California, I guess. They're not technically flamethrowers.
California really needs flamethrowers.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. Insert video of California burning down right now behind us.
Don't let forest fires be your fault. Make sure your fire is dead out. Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
So that's probably how you know them, correct?
Yeah.
But their main mission is to solve the traffic crisis in LA. I've never been to LA. Have you been to LA?
No, never been to Los Angeles. Can't afford the flight.
Yes.
Very expensive airfare to the, what is that, East Coast?
Doesn't matter. I think it's the West Coast.
Never eats our
I'm pretty sure it's the West Coast.
It's the West Coast.
Anyway, not being able to afford a flight aside, we watch a lot of YouTube, correct?
Yeah, I would say YouTube is my crux.
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
I spend way too much time on it.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of the creators that we both watch are from LA, and they often post stuff that has to do with them complaining about traffic. And I've seen more times than I can even count. I feel like I've experienced the LA traffic, based on the amount of times I've heard someone bitch about it.
You ever driven in Toronto traffic before?
I have.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot like that. It's garbage.
Probably worse though, I'd imagine.
I don't know. I was stuck in traffic once in Toronto.
Isn't there more people in LA than there is in like?
Yeah, there is. LA has California has the population of Canada.
Sorry,
It has 34 million people.
That's
LA,
insane.
I don't know how many.
So imagine everyone in Canada
in California,
a way smaller location, trying to get from point A to point B at all times of day.
That's crazy.
That's going to cause quite the ruckus. But have no fear, the Boring Company is here. Oh, that was good, eh?
That was real garbage.
Anyway, so they're here to solve the traffic crisis by way of tunnels beneath LA. So what do you think about that, Keighn?
I think this is the right step the human society needs.
Well, fantastic.
No, but
well
in all seriousness, I think this is awesome. Traffic fucking sucks. Even here in Windsor, if you get at that magic time when everyone's getting out of school, people are getting back from work, it sometimes takes
Just
me
rush
even like
hour, yeah.
takes me sometimes even 45 minutes to get from maybe like what's usually like a 10-minute drive. So
Yeah.
traffic
Getting to
absolutely
school
sucks.
sometimes is an absolute no,
Yeah,
no
you
fun.
get-
Just absolutely no
Yeah.
fun. Anyway, so kind of back to the traffic solving crisis. Recently, they released a map of where their proposed tunnels would be in LA, and there's a main one. Well, I'll read a quote from The Verge, who said this pretty perfectly.
Premier news source, The Verge.
Premier news source.
Premier news source.
So they say that this primary path more or less traces the same route laid out by Interstate 405 and would feature smaller tributary tunnels running off to Santa Monica, Venice, South Bay, Los Angeles International Airport, and Hawthorne, where SpaceX and the Boring Company are located. A second route would run east to west from LAX through South Los Angeles before following State Route 110 north through downtown, ending at Dodger Stadium. So it seems like they kind of covered all the bases with these tunnels, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've never been to LA, to be honest. I don't even know
No.
how the city's situated, so...
We'll throw the map up behind us, but it looks like I'll show you it right
What was
here
it,
on
hit
my
the main
phone.
points?
So the main route goes right down there, kind of along the coast, more or less along the coast, but they have they kind of like peg out and go towards the
No,
coast
I think
there. And
I-
they go into the interstate.
Well, it
It's
looks
pretty
like
crazy.
it looks like it hits, I'd assume, what are busy areas, but I mean, this is pretty cool because to me, I never really understood why like the West kind of never adopted like the bullet train models like Asian
Yeah,
countries
yeah.
use, which is like insane. Like
Super
like
convenient.
those things go like 175 miles an hour, like 200 miles, I think, which is crazy. And that's what this is that's what this is, but except your car is like encapsulated.
Yes.
Yeah.
So perfect segue. How is this going to work? Are you just going to drive underground? No. It's not that simple with Elon. He's always got some crazy shit. So
Just
this
like his
guy-
girlfriends.
Well, I didn't say that.
I don't know.
He's balling hard.
He's
man.
quick. He's quick.
Elon Musk.
He's in a quick
This guy's got-
relationship all the time.
This guy's got a way to space. This guy's got a way underground.
But he does
He's
not
got
have a way
flamethrower.
into women's hearts.
Are you sure? He's got like 3. So anyway, there's a concept video. I'll put it up behind me or wherever. There's these things called sleds, and in the main roads, they're going to be these kind of like pods that you drive onto and bring you downward, down to the tunnels from the Boring Company tunnels, I guess. I don't know what they're going to call them. Anyway, your car goes on these sleds, and much like being inside of a car wash where you put your car in neutral, and then it just brings you on over with the mechanics and such. I don't know how car washes actually work, but you know what I'm talking about if you've ever been in a car wash. So anyway, your car's on the sled, and the sled moves at 200 kilometers an hour for Canadians and 125 miles per hour for those of you who use that system of measurement. So anyway, the sled will carry your car while it's in neutral, not using any gas, and zip you wherever you want to go. And then you pop out right on the other side, having used no gas and no road congestion, because it's all machine operated, these things. So you drive your car on there, and there's other cars on other sleds moving at like a calculated pace towards different destinations.
One thing that kind of scares me about that, though, is you often see how messed up car accidents are. What if, I don't know, one of these things like goes off the rails that they're set up? You're going 200 miles an hour and anything.
Yeah.
You're underground. Like, that would be an absolutely horrific, like, accident. So I
insane.
wonder, like, that's one thing that is pretty scary with me, because it's not, like, I always feel more safer, like, with trains, but this just feels like a really fast mine cart.
That's a great way to put it. It does look like a minecart.
Yeah.
So they actually, what I was talking about before, as you probably saw behind me, was the concept video that they put together. So that was like a CGI recreation of how it actually would go on these sleds. But they actually did a real test, and I'll throw that behind me now, where it shows like a sled in operation beneath one of the tunnels that they had dug. And it's got some real cheesy country music in the
Very
background.
Chamber of Secrets-esque for
Yeah,
all you
no,
Harry
and
Potter fans out there.
It's crazy, man. Like, it's like you're on this sled, and it looks like you're just like going into another freaking dimension because the lights are so crazy, and like you're just in your vehicle. Point A, point B.
Point A, point B,
At
2
the
seconds flat.
Snap of a finger.
Vada boosh.
So What do you think? Is this the future of automation, or is this just a pipe dream? No pun intended.
But no, I think that this is something that's really cool. I think that it's taking the right step. It's taking a step in the right direction to faster transportation. And
more
yeah.
ecologically friendly transportation.
My only thing that I would like to say about this is this isn't really public transit friendly. You do have to have
it's like having your own car, but
you'd have to have your own car, which
the thing is,
which sucks.
Yeah, they're putting an emphasis. They're trying to use the streets more for like non-motor vehicles, like bicycles and pedestrians. So I don't know. I think in a way it can be it can help solve this ecological crisis that we're going through right now.
Yeah.
Kind of the global, not global warming, climate change.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. Pretty interesting, I thought.
No, I don't know, because, like, I don't know. My whole gripe was, we're getting cars off the streets, but at the same time...
He's trying to get Tesla.
He's trying to get Tesla cars on the road, man. Conflict of interest.
Well, yeah.
No, but, like, honestly, what about the majority of us, too, like, who can't afford cars? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people in LA choose not to drive because the traffic is so nuts. But when it's, like, contained and, like, organized, maybe more people will consider getting cars there.
Well, I think it's more so like the price point, because like it's very expensive to live in LA as it is.
Of course, yeah.
It's like Toronto, New York, any big city, very high rent.
Yeah.
You don't live within the city, you live outside. So
exactly.
That's something that's probably something I have to say. I mean, if this were more so of a bullet train thing, I'd probably be like more on board with it, because at least then like it's more public.
Yeah,
and like
I'm sure though, if this goes through, because this is still like a concept at this point, but it's looking like the Boring Company is doing some very interesting research and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Making a shit ton of money, Elon.
Do you think this is the future of automation? Yes or no?
Do I think it's the future of automation?
Like, do you think the tunnel system might take over if it's successful? Wow. Do you think the tunnel system might take over if it's successful in LA?
I think the technology is the future. I don't necessarily think the model is the future.
Yeah,
I think it'll have to be more geared towards public transportation for it to really widespread.
Yeah,
because you really don't have any I at least from what I've seen, you don't really have anything like that.
In the
really,
Western world.
Really in the West, not even the Western world, any really sort of like kind of privatized transportation system like that, where it's more singular on cars. And I'd be like interested to see, how do you regulate, like, is it just one car?
Yeah, and is there a cost to this? Is there a cost
100%. I'd assume it'd be like a subway pass.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Faster, you can get from one side of the city faster than the other person, all based on how much money you're willing to put into the Boring Company. I don't know. Certainly interesting technology. Certainly worth talking about.
Oh, 100%. Elon Musk is always a good time.
Exactly. Do you have anything else you want to add, or?
I'm just looking if there were African Americans on the Rugrats. One sec. I think there were in the movie. Yeah, there was. There was a little black girl.
I know there's an Asian girl.
There was. They had all the race. Remember the little black girl or whatever with the cornrows.
I do, but I can't remember like her name.
Fuck, I gotta find her name now. One sec.
This is an interesting thing that I'm gonna leave in for sure.
It's Suzanne. Susie,
okay.
Susie.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
I do remember that.
She's voiced by Cree Summer.
Oh, of course, the absolute auteur.
Yes,
Cree Summer. Anyway, thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Everything in Between, the show that takes a deep dive into topics of interest from the millennial generation. I've been your host, Joe Steiner.
And I've been your host, Keighn Vitti, on mandatory parole to serve the community. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and now Grindr.
At what?
At Keighn V, of course. Where else would I be?
And you can follow me on Twitter at Intereststein, on Instagram if you want, at Joe Steiner. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Also, hit that motherfucking subscribe button.
Please.
We only have 12 subs, and I'm getting real upset.
Come on, give us at least 13 subs or 14.
We can't do another episode subscriber special if we don't at least have 15 subs.
I think we need to do a 15 subscriber special.
All right. I'm calling you out, Daniel. I know you haven't subbed to my channel yet.
Daniel.
That's a little.
Daniel Zare.
Yeah, let's see if he subs. I know that little bastard hasn't subbed yet.
Son of a bitch. Please sub.
Yeah.
Anyway, Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.